Hello everyone and welcome back to another real challenge video. Today I'm starting Wintertusk in Grizzleheim because last time I finished Celestia, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be starting Wintertusk. Here we are, cold news.
I have troubling news from Grizzleheim. It seems as if the cold day we feared has come to pass. Your old friend in Grizzleheim, Bjorn Ironclaws, sends word that the ravens of the Coven have struck once again. Bjorn sent word to ask you to venture to Northgard in Grizzleheim and speak to him at once. Your instructors are aware you may miss some class time. There may be make-up work when this matter is complete. We have a small crisis, which I hope you can help with. It involves travel to the world of Zafaria. I was there long ago. Professor Falmea created an exchange program for Ravenwood students to study abroad, but the class has become lost. While it is a lush and vibrant land, Zafaria was once the home of Morganth. Seek out Professor Falmea to learn more.
Yeah, that's the second world of Arc 2, but I'm going to save that for later. So, I'm going to go ahead and head to Grizzleheim and do Wintertusk. And this is a good questline to do because this gives you a lot of XP. And I'm currently level 56, so it's pretty good for starting Wintertusk. I mean, I don't have good gear, and that is still my plan, is to use just random gear that I get from completing quests, right? That's all I'm going to earn. So, we'll just see how battles will go. I don't think it won't be too bad. I think what's going to be difficult is the final dungeon, the Strahd. That's going to be difficult. If you have a strategy of what I could do for the Nostrand dungeon, please let me know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. But let's go ahead and talk to Bjorn Ironclaws.
Ho there, Outlander. Forgive me. My gladness at seeing you is outmatched by my dread of the curse upon Grizzleheim. Your presence humbles me. I am only the second greatest hero in Grizzleheim when you visit my world. Times are grim. Though you defeated them before, the evil members of the Coven have struck again. We fear that this is the final act of their terrible plan to curse the Spiral with the dreaded Everwinter. King Velgard Goldenblade has need of your spells. Enter his hall and speak with him if you are a true hero.
Yes. The King of Grizzleheim. Velgard Goldenblade.
I am pleased you heard my call. As Bjorn Ironclaws told you, the evil ravens of the Coven are trying to bring the Everwinter upon Grizzleheim. Once this dreadful cold comes, it will wreath our world in ice, and the freeze will spread throughout the Spiral. Though the Coven met their defeat at your hands, they crept from their hidey holes and struck again. There is much to tell you, but still more that I do not know. Your old friend, Raffin Lorespeaker in Ravenscar, wishes to speak with you. He knows more about this grim threat.
Alright. Raffin in Ravenscar. Go ahead and talk to him. In the comments, this was like 2 days ago, one of you said about doing monstrology. Just summoning minions to help me in battle. Now, that's a good suggestion. I like that idea. I'll get more into it after talking to Raffin.
Would that I had better news for you, Wizard. The Coven has returned after the same goal. The Everwinter. You have heard of the Titans of Storm, Fire, and Ice, yes? They were the first beings before the spiral was made. The Ice Titan sleeps deep beneath Grizzleheim, sent into a centuries-long slumber by Bartleby himself. The Coven would rouse the Ice Titan from that eternal rest. When he rises, his fury will be cold and fierce. The runes tell me that the Coven is at work in Hrundle Fjord, a port in the part of Grizzleheim called Wintertusk. You must use your wits, your spells, and your courage to defeat the Coven once more. Only you can do this deed. Go and speak to Valgard Goldenblade once more, and tell him that Hrundle Fjord is where you must go.
That's correct. So, okay, I like the idea of monstrology, but remember, I have to do everything solo, by myself. No help isn't allowed. Because I am showing you that, hey, I beat this fight solo, by myself, without any help. Right? You all know that. You understand it. I explained in the rules. I have to do everything solo. So I like the monstrology idea, but I'll think about it.
I can see from your grim demeanor that Raffen has told you much. So Raffen Lorespeaker tells you that the Coven is up to their evil in Hrundle Fjord. This angers and frightens me. I have not heard from my subjects in Hrundle Fjord in some time, and I worry that they have met with trouble. Balder Goldpaws is at the dock of Northgard. He can take you to the part of Wintertusk called Hrundle Fjord. Go now and speak to Balder, and go to Hrundle Fjord with the king's favor at your side like a trusted sword.
Okay. But, you know, I have, never, gotten into much of monstrology. Which, I mean, I don't know how difficult a task or activity that can be to do monstrology. Because really, you're just going out and fighting enemies and just capturing them, and then you can use them as a minion. So, yeah.
Hello there, young wizard. How can I help you? You wish to journey to Hrundle Fjord? It is a simple task. Step over to my ship and we will set sail. Here it is, Hrundle Fjord, part of Wintertusk. If you wish to return to Northgard, or return here from Northgard, my ship is at your service.
Perfect.
Long has it been since I visited Hrundle Fjord, but it is clear that something is terribly wrong. There is an unseasonable chill in the air, and I have never seen a ship with such ice upon it. Stride over to that nearby ship, if you will, and see what ails it and the crew who stand beside it.
You examine the longship. This ice is not natural. It was frozen in place here at the dock.
Crew.
These warriors were frozen in their tracks. Powerful ice magic is at work here.
Okay, back to Balder.
There are others who could have done this, but I'll wager that the Coven is behind this dread chill. Ill-doing at the docks can only be a sign that further mischief is afoot. You should go and examine the gates to Hrundle Fjord and see if they were able to withstand this wretched cold. Go and scout only. Do not open the gates or enter the village just yet. There may be trouble within. As a captain, I cannot abandon my longship, so I will wait here for your return.
Okay. The town gate. Okay. Oh, the frostbones. There's actually a lot of ice enemies in Wintertusk.
The gates are closed and appear to be locked. Like the cold, silence radiates from within the village.
Okay, back to Boulder.
The gates are locked, eh? That is a sure sign of trouble.
In kinder times, the village guards would have seen the sails of my ship and opened the gate to greet us. I suspect that the village of Hrundle Fjord is in the icy clutches of evildoers. There must be a way through the gates. Perhaps a secret signal to alert those inside. Those frostbones outside the gate may know more about getting inside. You should defeat a few frostbones and see how they signal to one another.
Okay. The battle begins. Frostbones. Let's see here. I think that should be okay. Right. So much of 1300. Oh my goodness. Okay. This shall be interesting. So, I like the monstrology idea. I'll think about it if it's worth doing. Maybe I'll ask the question, like maybe I'll do a post in the community, and you know, if it's worth doing, if it helps me out, let me know. So I'll think about it. Let me know. Cause how long ago did it come out? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I don't know when it came out, what year. I'm going to take a guess and maybe say 2016, 2017. I'll be wrong about that, but hey, let me know. What year Monstrology was released into the game. Hopefully you guys are having a good start to your weekend. I have some good news for you. Starting tomorrow, the Myth playthrough is coming back. That's right, the Myth playthrough is returning. And I know what you're thinking. We have 2 more days of June, and we're not in July yet. We have 2 more days of June, and then it's the first 5 days of July. So why is the Myth playthrough coming back? Well, it has been 1 month since I've not continued the Myth playthrough, and it's probably a good time to start it back up again and continue the Myth Wizard. So I'm excited to get back to the playthrough because I'm about to finish Lemuria, the second world of Arc 4, and then next is Novus and Wallery. So it's honestly looking really good for the Myth Wizard because just really close to being done with Arc 4 halfway through. So it's exciting. It's very exciting. Myth playthrough is coming back starting tomorrow, and then the week after that, it will be the Dual School Life and Storm playthrough. Gonna continue questing in Safaria. And then, So, pretty exciting. Let me know how excited you are for the playthroughs returning.
As you defeat this Frostbones, it signals its allies by banging its sword on its shield. More of them bang their shields in reply. It is a code of some sort.
Okay. Let's let Balder know.
They bang their swords upon their shields instead of speaking? This is an ancient means of signaling. Warriors of old call it Norse code. It is clear that the town has fallen to evil. Go and use Norse code to signal your way past the gate. The Thane of Hrundle Fjord is named Vanir Stormroarer. If he lives, he will be in the village's hall. Seek him out and return to me once you know his fate.
All right. Vanir.
You tap on the gate a few times, and something that sounds like Norse code. A moment later, it opens.
All right. Moving right along. Vanir must be in here. If it loads. Go.
Vanir is frozen solid. You should tell Balder the bad news.
Oh boy. Everyone here is frozen. This can't be good. Okay.
You bring ill news. Vanir alone could tell us what happened to Hrundle Fjord. We must devise a way to thaw Vanir's storm roar without harming him. This is raven magic. We need a raven. If I remember rightly, an old crone named Morn Shadowbrew dwells within Hrundle Fjord. Though she was wicked and unkind, she may be able to help us if she has not been turned to ice. Go and seek her out and see if she can be convinced to help us in this cold hour.
Okay. Let's see if she can help. Wherever she is. Maybe down here? Okay. Step on the sigil and go inside.
Who's this? You're not frozen. No matter. You'll join the others in their wintry doom.
First boss fight. Okay. Let me go ahead and add in a couple traps, maybe an extra blade, probably feint, spirit trap, and a centaur to be safe. Maybe a couple wand hits. I'll heal if I need to. Okay, let's go ahead and go in battle. Okay, she has 1400, not bad. Okay, go ahead and blade up. Yeah, I just can't believe it's that, you know, my Myth Wizard is just halfway through Arc 4. I mean, you know, if you haven't watched the Fire playthrough, you know, I got my Fire Wizard to max level. Like, I did Novus, I did Wallaroo, Selenopolis, level 170 questline. So, my Fire Wizard is ready for when the new update comes out. And, yeah, next, oh my. Next is going to be my Myth Wizards. It's pretty exciting to max level my Myth Wizard. Okay, I think it'd be safe to do Regenerate. And yeah, if you've noticed, I did put on new gear since I got to level 56. Some of it includes some spiritual resist, so myth and death resist, and then a little bit of life damage and some power pit percentage. No critical, sad to say, no critical. So it's fine, and no accuracy. Still not going to have any accuracy, but yeah, it'll be okay. I've kind of experienced it. Not being able to crit. I mean, you know, I used the Celestian gear set that had critical, but yeah, I don't really have it for this new gear that I'm using, but it's okay. Hopefully later on, some new gear that I'm going to be getting, it will include some critical. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I again don't know how much of Wintertusk I'm going to do. Like I said again, if I am having a hard time with a difficult boss fight, I will wait on it and then do Safaria. Since I did finish Celestia, and now I'm going to be going through Safaria next. So, yeah, if all goes well in Wintertusk, or if I'm having a hard time with the boss fight, I will do Safaria. That's the plan. But I'm sure I'm going to be getting a good amount of levels while questing through Wintertusk, because it gives a lot of XP. Alright.
Stop! No more! I've had enough! I'll help you! What is it you want? Thawing the Thane Vanir? He knows nothing, but if you must speak to him, here is how to thaw him. Go to the geysers at the edge of the village and collect some scalding water. Here's an urn you can use. Just pour it over Vanir. He should thaw in a matter of moments. It is magic ice. Only geyser water will serve.
Okay. Find some geyser. Let's see. Let's be down here. Here are some geyser.
You collect the steaming geyser water in the urn Morn gave you. You're careful not to burn yourself.
Alright. Now we can melt the ice on Vanir.
You pour the steaming geyser water upon the frozen Thane. In a moment or so, he is free from the ice.
What has happened? I was in my hall ready to fight the Coven when I became quite cold. I remember no more. Now I am soaked and steaming. My state lacks dignity, but I am grateful to you for my freedom. I don't recognize you, but you're clearly a wizard of some sort. You freed me, so I will trust you. The one you must speak to is Grandmother Raven. She is an old one, older than even the spiral. It is said she gave the eyes of time to the great tree at the heart of the spiral. But that was long, long ago. She is a loyal ally of my people. I bid you check on her, see how she fares. I fear that the Coven has done her ill. Grandmother Raven is often near the giant tree behind this hall. Go and seek her out.
Oh, yes. Grandmother Raven. Going all the way down. Here she is.
Greetings, young wizard. At long last we meet. I have long watched you as you made your way through the spiral. Perhaps you have felt my presence before. I celebrated your victories, and I hope that my counsel reached you in your journeys. You find me at a disadvantage. Though the ravens are all my children of a sort, some of them are quite wicked. The ravens of the Coven are especially untrustworthy. They caught me unawares and trapped me in this cage. If you would help an old grandmother, talk to the 3 wise sisters called the Norns at the nearby well. They can see into the past, across the world as it is, and they know what is to come. They can help you set me free.
Sure thing. I'll gladly set you free. Okay, the Norns.
I am Erd, the one who knows all that has happened to you before this day.
I am Verdandi, And there is nothing in the spiral that is hidden from my sight.
I am Skald, and I knew you were coming.
We Norns tend the loom of fate. Each living being is but a thread for us to weave into the tapestry of life.
As an outlander, you are free from fate. You are not of Grizzleheim, so your destiny is not part of this tapestry.
You alone can change the course of events and thwart the frightful fate that is to come.
To free Grandmother Raven, you must do the impossible. First, fetch for us the feather of a white raven.
Skogul the Pale is such a raven, with feathers the color of the moon, rather than the night dark sky.
Go to Skogul's hut in Hrundle Fjord and beg from her a single white feather.
A white feather. Okay. I can certainly do that. Where is she living? I think I saw her house. Her place. Yes.
Who's that outside? If you're from the Coven, leave me alone. If you've come to free me, then welcome. The door is frozen shut. If you want to be of help, fetch a kettle from the market and fill it with snow. Melt the snow in the fire pit in the market, and then bring the hot water back to pour over the ice on my door.
Well, alright. I'll go do that. A large pot.
You get a cooking pot and quickly fill it with snow.
And the cauldron.
The snow melts and boils quickly.
Alright, now we can melt the ice off the door.
You pour the boiling water over the ice. It melts away.
Yay! Yay! There we go. Hello there.
You're not from around here, are you? You have my gratitude for getting rid of the ice, but I'm still plenty mad at what's been done. If you'll go and teach a handful of those ravens a lesson, any of them will do. I'll be willing to listen. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and thrash some of the ravens that ruined this nice village.
Yeah. Okay, throw them to the feet. Let's fix the deck real quick. Right. Wait a sec. Right. How much health? 1200. Good. Okay, I'm gonna pass. Well, there's not that many areas, but I think some of them are going to be, some of them may take a while. First one starts off with Osterland. Next one is Vesterland. Then we have Sudreland, and then Nordreland, and then obviously, you know, like I said before, it ends off with Nestron, which is the dungeon. The final one to finish up Wintertusk, which is going to be a difficult one. So, yeah. I think I can kill. Yeah, because the thing with the Nestron is, I think they're all 4v1 fights, I'm pretty sure. I'm not mistaken. I know there's a couple 4 boss fight. There's a couple of a 4 boss fight, like you saw from the Raven Fortress video. It was a 4 boss fight, so I think, yeah, there's a couple 4 boss fight with 4 enemies. So, yeah, that will be pretty difficult, especially the final one. Final fight will be tricky. Like I said, if you know of a strategy for the Nostron fight, let me know. Because, otherwise, like I said, if all goes well for everything else in Wintertusk when getting to Nostron, I'll wait on Nostron and then probably just start Safaria. Quite honestly, that's what I think I will do. But maybe I will eventually return to it for what level I am, and if I feel confident doing it, I'll give it a try. If I can't do it, then I'll wait a different time and still give it a try. If I still can't do it, I'll wait longer and then give it a try again. And then it should be good. It should be okay. Good. So goal.
I'll help you now that the ravens have paid for the trouble they brought to Hrundle Fjord. What can I do for you? A feather? An odd request, but if it's for a good cause...
Wincing, Skogul pulls out a stray feather and hands it to you.
Use that in a spell against me, and you'll wish you hadn't.
Alright. Got the white feather. Talk to the Norns. There's probably a little more to do to free Grandmother Raven.
This feather will serve its purpose, but it's only a start. We do not send you on idle errands. The things we need are for a mighty spell to change the fate of a world.
The next impossible thing we need is a claw from a bear with no name. In this world, that is no small thing.
Vanir Stormroarer keeps a census of all who dwell here. He knows everyone and may know if there is one with no name. Vanir is in his hall, and he will help you find this nameless bear. When you have that bear's claw, you can return.
A bear's claw. Okay. Sure, whatever you say. I'll get you a bear's claw.
You seek a bear without a name? How odd. Why would any bear not want to have a name, to echo in glory? I keep a census of all those who live in this village. Read it and see if it helps.
Okay, the census list. Here it is.
You examine the census. The list of names doesn't include Leaf, who is standing outside of town.
Okay, find a guy named Leaf.
Greetings. Is it safe to go back into town? What? No name? How could they take Leaf off their census? I'll have to speak to Vanir about that. What's that? You'd like a claw? How odd. I was just sharpening my claws and the tip of one of them broke off. It must be fate at work. In that case, you should have it.
Yeah, alrighty. to the Norns. Here is a bear's claw.
The claw of a bear with no name. You are clever to win such a prize. Clever indeed. A feather from a white raven, and a claw from a bear with no name. 2 of the 3 items we need are in hand.
The third item is perhaps the most difficult to obtain. A tooth from a wolf who has never known battle.
Fate smiles upon you. At the edge of this village is an herbalist called Regan Wildleaf. He may be of help.
Okay. Get a tooth. Well, that sounds easy. Alright, where is this Regan Wildleaf? Where is his place? Here it is.
You aren't from here. Did you come with the Coven, or are you here as a friend to the folk of Hrundle Fjord? We can use allies in this grave time. I am an herbalist, and I do what I can to heal the sick. A tooth? What a strange request. And an odd coincidence. One I cannot ignore. When the ice first came, I bit a piece of it and broke a tooth. I'll readily give it to you, but can you help me? I have an ache from the missing tooth, and the herbs I need for the remedy are outside of town. I'll need a sprig each of valerian and of amaranth. They grow around the village and outside the front gates. I'll also need a branch of moonwort, which the Coven Nightwings may have taken. Gather those 3 herbs, bring them to me, and I'll look around and see if I can find that broken tooth.
Alright. Let's see. Head to the dock. And here's some valerian. Okay. Amaranth. Let's see it up there. So it's going to be to Sugeland. Same thing. Get 2 of them. Okay, and then yeah. Ravens. Coven Room Claw. 2 of them. 2 of them to defeat. 1,010. I think after all this, after this defeat and collect, I think should be getting to Austria. Which will be for next time, starting tomorrow. So yeah, like I said before, starting tomorrow, Myth playthrough is returning, so, I mean, yeah, all you've just been seeing is just real challenge videos, just 1 video every day. Now, it's back to doing 2 videos every single day. Myth playthrough, real challenge, and then week after that, Dual School Life and Storm, and still do a real challenge, because again, real challenge series is supposed to go on every single day, non-stop. Every single day. quickly collect. That would be nice. But you never know what the drop rate could be. Yes. All right. Fantastic.
You're quite the gatherer. Those herbs will help ease the pain of this broken tooth. And here, this is for you.
Regan hands you a jagged piece of broken tooth. That must have hurt coming out.
All right. A white feather, a bear's claw, and a broken tooth. All that to free Grandmother Raven.
We have the three that cannot be. Now is the time to weave our greatest magic. Tooth, claw, and feather. These are symbols of our people, yet each comes from a source that cannot be.
You must bind them with the thread of your life and weave them into the tapestry that is Grizzleheim's fate.
Take feather, claw, and tooth to the loom of fate. Tie them to your thread, you will know it, and return to us.
Okay. The loom of fate.
One of the threads looks a little different from the others. You get a sense that it represents you. You tie the feather, claw, and tooth to the thread. Strangely, Grizzleheim feels a little more like home to you.
Well, isn't that nice?
You can now dispel the magic that binds Grandmother Raven within her cage. It should open to your touch.
Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Time to open the cage.
Free from that cage. Now I can take on my true form. Do not be afraid. Walk up the ramp so that I can see you, eye to eye.
Eye to eye. Alright. Talk to Grandmother Raven.
It has been centuries since I wore this shape. Oh, to stretch these wings once more. There is still much to do, else the Everwinter takes us all in its cold-clawed grasp. When the Ice Titan fought with his brothers, the Titans of Fire and Storm, the world was threatened with ruin. Bartleby sung the song that put them to sleep, and bound together the shattered world, and spun it into the spiral. 4 sons there are of the Ice Titan, 4 giants of frost. Austri, Vestri, Sudri, and Nordri are their names. Each frost giant rules a land near Hrundle Fjord, and they have never been friendly to bear, wolf, or raven. But the one they liked least was their father, the Ice Titan himself. While the father slumbers, the sons run wild. The 4 ice giants each have a means to bind their father to sleep. 4 golden seals, 1 to each. I lay this task upon you, to fetch back the golden seals. The gate to Austri's land will now open to you. Go through the gate and speak to Austri. Bargain for the seal, then return with it. There is no other way.
Well, that is where it begins. So that'll be for next time. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Click on the like button for more real challenge videos. If you like Wizard101, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell so that you'll know when I post Wizard videos daily. I do live streams, so check out my live streams. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Join the Discord. Have a wonderful day today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.